All right, welcome back. This is me. You can believe it. It's me. It's been a while. I know. I get it. I apologize. My sincerest apologies. Anyway, if you don't know me, my name is Leon with See What You Started. I have a very small YouTube channel that I went dormant for a while because some weird stuff happened. I will get into that. Anywhoos, you might remember me from 1957 Chevy video, the 1935 Pontiac video, or let's see what else I have, the 1959 Biscayne video, or man, I don't even remember. The body swap, that was the last video. I was right in the middle of a body swap. But guess what? Newsflash to everybody. I sold everything. It's been like a year. And I've sold everything. Everything that you knew I had is gone. And now I'm replacing it with other stuff because life goes on. The only thing I have that I don't remember if I told you about or not was my 1981 Ford Courier mini mover. It was my childhood high school car. It's right here. We will get into that momentarily. And yeah, we might have two of them. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. All right. First things first. Got to cool this baby down. That's a nice shot you guys just got there. It's 110 out, so the car's just too darn hot to touch, so I cool it down with a hose. It's not pretty, but it is what it is, right? That metal is literally just too hot to touch. Do a little spritz on the old battery. I keep the battery out of them just because I have more cars than I do batteries, if that makes sense. But this one I ended up selling, so I'm gonna start cleaning it up just a little and do the old make sure she still runs bit, because like always I never run them really. Okay. Whew, it is so hot in here. I feel like death. Okay, let the electronic fuel pump it up. Look at there. Oh yeah, she's good to go. Okay, she runs fine to get on the shipping truck, and I didn't really doubt it, but at the same time I didn't want to chance it. So, you guys want to come take a closer look? You guys want to come in, sniff it around? All right, let's take a gander at it. All right, so what you guys are looking at is my first vehicle. I know. Most guys drove like Chevelles and Novas and stuff. I drove a 1981 Ford Courier to high school. Yeah. So, here you go. 1981 Ford Courier, all original with the exception of I just put new tires on it and I put a Weber carb on it because it didn't want to run. It's sat since probably, I'm going to say early 2000. Joined the military in 2000, went off, and this stayed at my dad's property. I haven't been making videos. My dad passed away and kind of went through a weird rough spot, but anywho, we're back at it and we're gonna continue making some videos more for me to document some of the cars I've had, because I have a lot of them. So I got this back and it's, like I said, it's pretty original. I had to put tires on it and I had to put a carburetor on it to get it running, and the seat was just roached. So I did a homemade seat cover with, you know, hog rings and all that. Nothing fancy. And then I did the unthinkable and I sold it because I don't know. I got two of them. There's one lingering around in the background over there. Me and my son built that one. I'll tell you about that later. I don't know. I don't think I need two of the exact same vehicle. Everybody says I'm going to regret selling this one because it was my high school ride. But yeah, inside the box, nothing fancy. Old carburetor, U-Haul markings on it. But yeah, everybody says I'm going to regret selling it, but I don't know. I'm getting to the point in my life where I know what I want and I know what I don't need. And I've had this thing since '97. I never did anything with it. Me and my son, we built that one up because, you know, he thought it would be neat to lower it. And honestly, I didn't have the heart to do it to my original one because it was always on the back burner of things I would do to it. You know, someday, one day type deal. Well, someday, one day is never gonna come around. So I figure I'd rather have 1,000 in the pocket than that thing sitting in my driveway for another 20 years. So yeah, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna wash her down. I mean, look at this. I sprayed this. This is how hot it is here. I know, ADHD coming at you. I literally, you watch me just spray this. It's been what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and the damn ground is dry. This metal gets so friggin' hot that it ain't even funny. But yeah, a little 2.3 inline 4-cylinder. I don't know. I didn't have to do much to it to get it going. I did replace the little box on the spark plug, on the coil, spark plug, I can't even talk. And then I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting no spark at all, and it's because I remembered this plug. Now that I'm selling it, I'll tell you, I unplugged this plug right here, and that kills power to everything. And that was my way so nobody stole it or my brothers didn't mess with it while I was gone. So, but yeah, kind of weird seeing it back here. I don't really need it, and that's why I sold it. It's going off to a U-Haul dealer in Mississippi. So yeah, kind of neat. We'll pull it out, do a little bit of a walk around. It is what it is, right? Can't keep them all, folks. Can't keep them all. You know what's crazy about this thing? I gotta put the battery back on it because I got a phone call and I had to take it, so I didn't want to deal with this. But you know what's crazy about this thing is the brakes still work. Literally, the only thing I've ever done to it to get it running and driving is put that coil and electronic ignition module on it and a carburetor, and this son of a gun runs and drives. Like, I never did the clutch, never did the brakes, never did anything. Watch this thing, watch this thing like ghost ride on me now that I just said that. Yeah, I mean, dude, for something that's been sitting since, I don't know, early 2000s for sure, this thing runs and drives pretty darn well. Now, full disclosure, I've only taken it around the block. I haven't actually done anything with it. So, I guess I can't brag too much about it. All I've done is taken it around the block. Still pretty impressive though. Something like this could sit for that long. Now, like I told the guy that bought it, I would highly, highly recommend giving it a once over. You know, I would not just jump in this thing and take off running. You know, I would most certainly give it a once over. I was trying to be an honest seller on it, but I mean, how honest can you be for something you don't really remember? I drove this thing when I was 16 years old, and I don't remember it giving me too many fits. But now, you know, fast forward 20 years, I don't know. New carb, new electronic control module, coil, needs a battery for sure because that's a pass-around battery. New windshield I did because tree branch smacked it out, and that was expensive. But yeah, and then I did that little metal patch, new tires. That's it. Literally all I've done to that thing. I've had that thing since 1997. My granddad bought that at an auction. So, and I think he gave $200 for it. Maybe 500, I can't remember, but it was like nothing. But yeah, a couple $100, nobody wanted it. And I don't know the whole story, but I guess U-Haul made these to try to be like fuel efficient and whatnot, and I guess it was a total flop. So, yeah, just something neat. I'll probably regret it one day, but today, like I said, I just assume have the cash. Can't keep them all. I don't really want to put any money in it. I put too much money in that one, and I was going to use that as a little shop truck. There's a whole culture with these mini movers. There's not that many of them, but there's like Facebook groups. And I know, because this is my third one I've had. This one's my first one, and then I had a silver one. I'll put in a picture right here. And that one I sold, and I think it went to Missouri. And then I have this one. So I sold one already, went to Missouri. This one's going to Mississippi. This one could be yours. And it could go to wherever you live. I'm just saying. I'm kind of geared towards the 50s style cars. Pretty much anything 72 and older, I would say. But I love the 40s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's kind of my jam. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get this one freshened up just a little bit more for the guy to be able to ship it out. It's supposed to ship out this weekend. And then we got to do a couple maintenance issues with that one. And I'm going to get rid of both of them. And then I want to build a See What You Started shop truck. All right, so I don't know what's going on. I filmed a whole thing of changing the oil and just dumb stuff maintenance-wise on the 81 mini mover that you just seen. And I lost all audio, and then I lost, it said it was overheating. So I don't know. I'm just going to do a little bit more of a walk around just for my own gee whiz to document it for later, because I'll probably never see this truck again. And yeah, the shipping company's supposed to come tomorrow anywhere from 10 to 1. So I got kind of a busy day tomorrow, so I just want to make sure that I get some good video of it for myself. And if you guys like mini movers, you can enjoy it, but then we'll move on and do something else in this video. So I apologize about that. Here we go. So with all that being said, I just I checked the antifreeze. Antifreeze was good. I changed the oil, air filter, all that's fine because it's got a brand new carb, so the air filter's good. It's got new tires. Brakes are original. As far as they're probably not original, but they're original from 1997. But the bumper is pretty well ruined. It's all twisted up. Paint job's all original. It's all flaking off and fading, and like got a little skim coat of Bondo, but she's seen some abuse in her time. Put a brand new windshield in it when I moved it back to Utah, and the roof got more dimples in it than your grandma's backside, but hey, it is what it is, you know. I crafted a metal patch. I don't know if I have any pictures, but it was rusted from here straight down and kind of over here. It's not the greatest job in the world, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it did, you know, so it is what it is. But and then the door's got like a crack here, but it's not bad. But some dents across the top roof. I don't know how. I don't think I did it when I was a kid. I don't think I did it or anything, but I don't know how anybody hit the roof of that, because the thing's only, you know, I'm what, 5'10", and I can reach the top, so it's what, 6.5, 7 feet or something. So but yeah, it's pretty much all original. When U-Haul auctioned this off, somebody had painted this. It says one way and local rentals. This, I can't really tell what that is. I don't know. It's a circle of some sort. Well, this thing's overheating. I don't get it. GoPro, man. Step up your game. But these are all original. They never painted over these, so I don't know why they would paint over these. They painted over the back U-Haul. I did find the original air breather. I couldn't remember what I did with it, but I get a kick out of these signs. Isn't it cool how it's, even back in 81, they were charging you 20 bucks if you didn't clean this thing. And this box is only 5 feet tall, 7 feet long, and 6 feet wide. So I mean, it's not very big. I don't even know that you could put a whole bedroom set in here. So I don't really know what they were doing with these. But when I say this thing is slow, like they top out at like 55 max, and that's unloaded. So I've never hauled anything with it. Aren't these kind of neat? Even this property U-Haul. No, it's not. It's mine. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's not mine either. Bumper sticker from the 90s. Poop happens, you know what I mean. But yeah, just kind of neat that this thing's still around. I know there's a couple of them, but there's not too many. This thing's pretty wallered up. This side, same thing. The one-way rental is kind of red, painted out. I don't know what this circle is. I can't make it out. I don't know. The sun's doing damage on that. The inside door panels are alright. They're kind of, I don't know, dry rotten kind of. Door handle works, but it was always like that, because I remember I used to cut my hand on that. And I don't remember if we made this or if it was like that, if that was a U-Haul maintenance guy did that. I can't remember. But I did find some on the old flea bay, and they're going to go with. But it's just kind of neat, you know. Used to put, I guess, your books and stuff in there, your mileage books maybe. It's got the maintenance record on the back window. Headliner's awesome for being original. Little light. I mean, it's just, there's not much to it. It's just neat. You know, the old CB and stuff. It's just kind of a cool truck. And one day I might miss it. I don't know, but it's too late for that now because it's already sold and it's going to Mississippi. And once it's gone tomorrow, it's gone forever. So, kind of cleaning house on some of the projects I'm not going to mess with anymore. And anyway, like I said, that one's gone, and then we'll deal with this one. I don't know. I was driving that one earlier today, and it's just kind of fun to be in it, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said, the GoPro overheated, and then I lost audio. I filmed it like twice, and you know, I'm not going to try to keep faking it, so it is what it is, right? So the only thing you missed is oil change, and I just checked over the fluids and just pretty much showed what I just showed. So, and I did drive it around the block, but you guys get it. It's a mini mover, man. They're slow, they're crappy, blah, blah, blah. They're crappy. It is what it is. Hopefully tomorrow between 10 and 1 this thing will be on our truck heading to Mississippi. What's this say? I just realized this says something. I didn't realize that. Adventure something. I don't know what that says. I don't know. You guys have to let me know. I don't know, because that one over there doesn't have anything because the box was stripped when I got it. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, pretty cool. It's got a little hitch, but there's a sign in there that says no towing with it. Shocker. All right, we'll start back another video in the morning. Hopefully this thing will be getting on the truck, and we'll go from there. See you in the morning. She's quitting on me. This ain't gonna make the video. All right, well, it's the next day, and we ended up selling the 81 mini mover. It is on its way to Mississippi. I'll put a picture of here on the truck. So see you later, old mini mover. It's what, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting a late start and it's already 110 degrees outside almost. It sucks. It's hot, but I need to mess around with the other mini mover. That one's a 78. We'll get into that in a minute, but for some reason, well, I know why it's been sitting, but I went on vacation for 2 months, took the camper, traveled around the Midwest just to kind of get away from the heat for a little bit before all the school season starts back up and everything. But the car sat for 2 months, the truck did, and for some reason the brakes took a crap on me. It's got like no brake pedal, it barely stops, so we need to figure that out stat. So let's go get it, pull it in the garage here, and let's figure out the brake situation. And we'll do a little walk around too. You guys haven't seen that one yet. Might as well tell you a little bit about it. All right, so this one, like I said, there's no brake pedal, so I'm pumping it up, and it does have a little bit of pressure. So obviously one of the lines are seeping a little bit. Oh, gotta pull the choke out. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think the battery come disconnected. That's what happens when you have a bunch of cars and you leave the batteries unplugged because you use the same battery for every car you own. Let's see. There she is. Just like that. You know, one would say I should invest in some batteries, but I think we both know I ain't gonna. Oh, pull the choke. Why am I looking at me? Should be looking at this. Okay. Okay. The choke's still on because she will certainly die. Oh, see, like right there. I got barely any brakes. Oh, crap. Alright, so something's wrong with my gas pedal too. What the heck is wrong with my gas pedal now? Something's not right. Okay. This is annoying. This is annoying. Hang on. Okay, so I had to put the camera down for a second, but I lost my gas pedal for some reason. It ain't working, so I just had to hold the choke all the way out, and then I idled it into the driveway. So let's get out and figure out what the heck's wrong with it now. This is the problem with having so many cars. Seems like there's always an issue. Let's see. Okay, so there is the problem. I don't know if you can see that, but that bar, I'll pull this off and we'll figure it out, but that bar is supposed to be in that hole. We'll pull the air breather off and I'll show you. I had the same problem with the other mini mover, and I'll show you my solution. You guys ain't gonna like it, but it works. Anyway, all right, I'll take the battery off because we're not gonna be driving it for a minute. Let's check the brake fluid, take the air breather off. We'll fix that throttle and then we'll take it for a drive and see what that does. All right, so take this off and I'll show you what we're dealing with. This happened to me on the other one, and I had the same fix. It's not a great fix, but it's a fix. You know, like they say, it may not be right, but it's doable. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, so I'll bring you guys in a little closer. All right, so what's going on is this bar, this rod, needs to be in this hole. So I just got to figure out how the hell it keeps coming out. All right, let me get a little mallet. Well, I think I can, no, there it is. So now it's in there. I'll show you a different view. So what that does, it controls the throttle linkage over here. It's kind of a weird setup, but it's all wallered out, and I don't know how it's supposed to be. So I put this washer on there a while back, and I thought I welded it, but I guess I was lazy. So now I'm gonna weld that washer there, and it won't be able to slop around, see? So I'll weld it there, just tack weld on the top, and then hopefully she'll be fixed. Well, she may not be fixed, but she'll be different, right? That's just how that's just how it's gonna be. So let's see if we can get in there. You know, it's nice because it's flooded, so we got that going for us. Welding by a flooded carburetor. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I for one can't think of anything. Turn the welder on. I, for one, can't think of a single thing that could possibly go wrong with this deal. Battery's disconnected. Let's see. I don't know. Nope, that didn't hold. We gotta give her more juice. That's part of the problem there. And, you know, we did the right thing and didn't clean anything, so that's nice. Okay, let's let that dry. Cool down for a second, if you will. See if that did anything. Oh yeah, baby. That thing ain't going nowheres. Now, yeah. Oh yeah, pump gas in there right now. That's freaking perfect. I'm a genius. I'm a pretty smart guy. Yeah, I'm as smart as they come, folks. Let me just tell you. I'm not a welder. I'm just a guy with a welder. And apparently a catch-all, because I got more junk on this damn cart than anything. Okay, I'm gonna need to clean this garage for real, but I probably won't. Anywho, so that's the temporary fix. And I'll just get a little dab of spray paint and spray paint that over. But now you can see it don't move. I'm sure there's a better way to fix it. Clickety-clack down below and let me know what you guys would do. I really don't know what the problem is. Let's see if we got a little juice in here. Yeah, we got fluid. So I must have a leak somewhere else further down. It's letting a little air in. This seems, well, hell, that's loose right there. I'll bet air's leaking in through that right off the master cylinder, because hell, fluid's coming out right there. Well, that sucks. Buy a Ford Courier, they say. I got one if anybody wants it. Anyway, yeah, isn't it weird where the placement of the VIN number is? It's got a VIN tag up here too somewheres, but that's where the main VIN is. Just weird. And it says something about Tokyo, made in Japan. I don't know if you guys can see that dang magnet. Anyway, All right, let's get cracking at it. Runs pretty cool, but being summer, oh, we are a little low on the old coolant juice. All right, let's see. Let's stick it here. I'm gonna go hit the gas a couple times and you guys tell me if that moves. I'm gonna go hit it, see if we fixed it. I think it worked. Looks like it stayed. I'm gonna start it up and we'll see if it stays true to what I needed. Oh yeah, she's working mighty fine. She's working real good. I like that. See, easy fix, maybe not the right fix, but it's an easy fix and it works. So, all right, I touched that just a second ago. It's still warm, so I'm gonna let that cool down because my idiotic self is gonna burn myself. So I'm gonna go get some water because it's hot, and then we will come right back. All right, got her all jacked up. Didn't think you guys need to see me lay on my back with my belly hanging out and sweating up a storm, jacking her up. So, all right, so there's what we're looking at. And I think the noises, if I wiggle the tire, I think the noise is coming from the other side. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, there's no bushing in that. Okay. All right, so we know we need an idler arm bushing, which is that. And then, well, tie rod don't look great. The center link looks okay, which is this bar here, this tie rod. Somebody's replaced it. But I mean, it's not really loose. Over there, that outer tie rod looks okay. It looks like the only real thing is this idler arm bushing. And the problem is, where we live in southern Utah, it's doubtful that they'll have anything in stock unless it's for other vehicles as well. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with what parts transfer over from a Courier to other vehicles, so I don't know. I'll just have to call up to the parts store and see what we got. That bump stop's hitting right here too. See, somebody cut these coil springs before we got it, so that's part of the problem with why it rides like crap. Yeah, that idler arm bushing is toast. I mean, it's actually gone. It's not even there. Everything else looks okay. But, okay, let's go do some research, see if we can't get one. All right, we'll try this again. The GoPro keeps overheating. I don't know what the problem is. It's just, well, I do know what the problem is. It's 110 degrees outside. But, so what we did is we bled the master cylinder a little bit, and right there, and it seems like he gave us some pedal back. So I'm gonna put it back together and we'll take it for a rip. I don't know because I haven't checked it. Where am I? Son's bumping his subwoofers. Anyway, neighbors love me. Between the son's subwoofers and my old crappy trucks, I'm the favorite. Anyway, I don't know if it showed it or not, but essentially that bushing on the tie rod end or steering linkage is out. I called around, nobody has it, so it's hot. It's gonna be an order part, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything about that right now. So I figure we'll lower it down, we'll just put it back and take it for a rip around the block, see if the throttle part and the brakes are fixed, and then we can worry about steering here in a minute. So I think that's what we'll do. We will, if I can do it. Uh-oh, I'm a big old weenie. There we go. Love the sound of cut springs in the morning, because that's essentially what we got going on. Okay. We shall put this bad boy back on. Doesn't take much, but still like to have it on. That way we're not just sucking in a bunch of dust. I tell you what, this metal's so stinking hot you can barely even touch it. Just from sitting outside. I need a shop is what I need. I thought the interest rate was gonna come down, but that never happened. So here we are, stuck with this garage until we can build a shop. But that's the idea. Build a pole barn. Not here, obviously, got a piece of property. Build a little pole barn, set up a lift. But until then, you're stuck with this. Cool, let's take it for a rip around the block. All right, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but what you're seeing is what we get. Uh-oh. Guess who didn't hook up the bad tray? This guy. It's always something. One of these days, I'm just gonna tighten the battery right. But, who am I kidding? I probably won't. Brakes aren't great. Woo, nice bottom out there. Something shiny in the driveway I need to fix. Oh, what heater problem that is. Check for brakes. Brakes aren't super great. Brakes are not great. We will have to play with that a little bit more because, like I said, not super great. Almost don't want to leave the neighborhood until I get the brakes figured out. Need to raise the idle a little too. She's pretty low idle when you're stopped. I don't think the speedometer's right either, because there's no way that was 40. It could have been, I guess, but didn't really feel like it. Uh-oh. Somebody lost their for sale sign off their four-wheeler. See how the steering's a little... But it makes sense because, you know, that steering linkage or bushing, I don't even know what the proper term is. I looked it up. You can get them online. But for some reason, O'Reilly can't get it. So, unless the guy didn't know what it was, because I don't even know the name of it. I thought it was a steering bar or something. Well, that's cool. Old Volkswagen van. I mean, it ain't that bad. It just, there is a little play. Might need new shocks too, because it kind of wants to do this. Uh-oh. Somebody's been speeding on here because they got the old temporary speed limit sign. Oh, I guess we are going 40. Whoops. Hey, as it turns out, speedometer works. Do I dare going out on the main road for a minute? And to be fair, I'm making it sound like I don't drive this thing, but the brakes, oof, oof, shoo, 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 shoo. That thing hits hard. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but dang, man, that suspension is rough, like bad. Almost feels like the darn wheels are falling off. Let's see. I'm gonna turn around up here. I just want to be able to get it up to use all 5 gears. Yeah. And that's it. We are floored and we are going 60. Okay. 60 is a bit much for this. I got a feeling we's gonna break something. This road's a skosh too bumpy. Huh. Yeah, so back in the day, I don't understand how they would have used these to actually move, because this thing is empty, and I mean, it struggles going uphill, going 40 in 4th gear. This is a 5-speed, so it struggles going up these hills, which are not crazy hills, but they're hills nonetheless, and they struggle pretty good going up them. So could you imagine if I was fully loaded, and when I say it tops out at 60, that's it. That's all she's got. It's like you hit a wall. Just whoop. And this one don't have a governor. The other one had an actual governor. It's like right now I'm in 4th gear floored. See what happens if I shift it to 5th. Nothing. Okay, we got a Jeep breaking down or something. Okay. What are we doing? Something's wrong with that Jeep because he's limping off the road. See, now we're on a pretty smooth road, and let's see if I can get any more than 60. So I drove this back from Arizona. It wasn't a box truck then, it was just a pickup truck, but I actually drove it back from Arizona and it took forever. Phoenix is like, I want to say 6 hours from me, and I think it took 9 hours. It was forever. Yeah, see, now we're 65 downhill, baby. 65 downhill. Wish my horn worked. I'd be honking it and letting everybody know. This thing's fun to drive, but it kind of brings too much attention. It kind of makes me want to start a business and just make this a logo truck, because the amount of looks this thing gets, and I'm not bragging or whatever, but dude, you go to a gas station, people will be taking pictures of it. It's super weird. I don't know that I have ever done that with just a regular old truck, but yeah, people be taking pictures, wanting to talk about it. Like, I got a guy in my rearview mirror right now flashing his lights, so it's either something's falling off the back or he likes the truck. Now, we do got a little bit of a vibration going. Maybe something's falling off the truck. Oh, this weather sucks. It's so hot. So, I don't know what you're picking up, but it just overheated again, the GoPro, so. Alright, I figured before we go back home, I'll give you guys a little walk around of this truck. So like I said, it's a 78 Courier with a, I don't know, it's a matte paint job. So me and my son painted this. It's a flat white and a flat orange. Just to give it more of a rustic look. The original plan was, sorry about the wind, if there is wind, I forgot my mics at home, but the original plan was I was gonna do some like patina airbrushing, but I just didn't. You can still see where it says U-Haul up here is kind of cool, so I might outline that with some pinstriping or something. I don't know. Looks a little too bland on the sides if you ask me. But yeah, it's a little bitty fella. The box is roughly 7 feet long, 6 feet wide, and 5 feet tall. But yeah, we custom painted this right here in my garage. Nothing crazy special, but it's cool, and it's something that me and my son did together. Then you know, we did the orange flake steering wheel, bucket seats, just cool, you know. Rides like crap. I did call, they don't have, O'Reilly's does not have the idle arm bushing, but they can get one, so I got that on order. And I'm gonna put front shocks in the front just to see if that helps it, because it rides like absolute garbage. So yeah, we tried to trace this, but it doesn't look that great, so I'm gonna sand that down and make it look a little bit more rough. I don't know, it was already there and we just kind of traced it, like I was telling you on the other side, so you can kind of see it. We just tried to trace it to make it look a little better, but I don't know, people knows what it is, they know. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I put it up for sale, but I don't know that I actually want to sell it. We'll see. The problem is, if I sell it, I'll probably never get another one. I'll probably regret it. So I don't know. I mean, I would probably sell it. Just me being me, I'd probably sell it. But I'd probably miss this one just because me and my son had so many memories with it together. But yeah, here's what it is, right? Always another project. He's going off to college. That's the end of the young kids for me anyway. So all my kids are off to college. He's going here next week. And yeah, he'll be off building his own projects before you know it. That's sad. But anyway, whichever way, hope you guys like this truck. We'll do more videos on it because I got to fix up the front end. We're going to try to do more videos just in general. Like I said, my dad passing away kind of messed with my head a little bit, maybe more than it should have. I mean, it's been a little bit of time now, but it still just screws with my brain a little. So, because me and my dad used to mess around with cars, and he was a car guy, and it just, you know, I don't know. Death does weird things to you. But yeah, I'm excited about the next project. I did finally end up getting it, so I'll give you guys a sneak peek of that at the end of this video. But it'll be a fun one, and that'll be a kind of a longer project, but it'll be awesome. So anyway, let's get back to the house. Well, here's a sneak peek at the new project. Don't look at this LS engine. Well, after starting to edit this video, I learned real fast that this video sucks. So between the GoPro overheating and missing shots, and we really didn't get much accomplished. Just gonna sit here and eat my dreamsicle and pretend none of it even happened. Hopefully the videos get better, but they might not. I don't know. I'm cursed. So next time I see you, I'll be starting the process of rebuilding a 1953 Chevy 3100. If you guys like that kind of stuff, stick around. If not, get out of here.